City Current, hosted by Josh Meny, produced by Dakota Media Access. Find it on freetv.org or watch on Government Access Channel 2 or in high definition on 602. Always local, always current.
Hello, welcome to City Current, a source for information regarding the services and procedures of city government. On this edition of City Current, we'll be talking about snow removal in Mandan. We'll first look at clearing ice and snow from sidewalks. For the safety of pedestrians, it's necessary to keep sidewalks clear of ice and snow. It's also important to remember that people who use wheelchairs also use the city's sidewalks. Therefore, according to Mandan's Municipal Code Chapter 16-2, residential property owners have 24 hours after a snow event to clear the snow and ice from their sidewalk. If they don't, they will be contacted by the City of Mandan's Code Enforcement Officer, Joseph Camisa, and given 5 days to remove it from their sidewalk. If after 5 days the resident still hasn't removed it, Officer Camisa will send a contractor to clean it for them. The cost of this will be assessed to the property owner. We went into the field with Officer Camisa to see how he initiates the cleaning process.
We're going to head up to the northwest corner of the city and we're going to take a look at some sidewalks, houses I had marked up, issued some door tags. I had received a concern about the property across from the school, the whole series of sidewalks. And I had talked to a few residents after I issued some door tags, so they should be working on getting those cleaned up. The snow looked like it was pretty packed down, so it was more than just yesterday's accumulation. So we'll go up and take a look and see how things are going with their cleaning process. These are what the door tags will look like. So they'll have a phone number, contact number on one side, and then on the reverse side, we use this for a number of issues, but the second box down is for snow removal. It'll kind of give a summary of what the city ordinance requires, and a lot of times I'll put a little note underneath it just to say, you know, if it can be removed within a day or two, that would be appreciative.
Here's what the assessment will be if the city has to hire a contractor to come out and remove snow and ice from a property owner's sidewalk. For residential property owners, the fee is $15 for the first 50 feet of cleaning, and then $1 for each additional foot. The fee for commercial property owners is $20 for the first 50 feet, and then also $1 for each additional foot. A 10% administrative fee will be tacked on to both residential and commercial cleanings. It's also important for residents to clear snow around their mailbox and 5 feet away from any fire hydrants on or near their property. When clearing snow from sidewalks and driveways, residents should deposit it into the grassy boulevard of their property or onto their lawn. The Code Enforcement Officer will offer accommodations for senior citizens and residents who have disabilities.
We don't take strict enforcement action against those who have a legitimate inability to shovel their sidewalks.
The Code Enforcement Officer will also work with residential property owners if they have inadequate space to deposit their snow. With that said, it is of the utmost importance that homeowners do not put snow from their property onto the street.
When snow is cleared from the sidewalk or individuals' driveways, we request that the snow not to be placed out into the street. When it is out in the street, it does create an obstacle for the plow operators in cleaning that street just because they don't know what's in that pile and they don't want to strike any objects, automobiles, or whatever it may be.
Not only can shoveling snow onto the street result in damaging of street department's equipment, it essentially nullifies their work.
A lot of times, you know, when the guys are out there working and you've just plowed the street and then you look back down the street and you got 4 or 5 people blowing all that snow right back out in the street again. It's like you're asking yourself, well, what are we doing out here, you know? Same with sand. We've sanded streets and then people go by and they clean something up. They'll go right back over where we've just sanded. So it's a waste of manpower and resources.
The street department follows priorities when they're plowing and sanding. Those priorities are indicated on this snow emergency route map. The first priority is major arterial routes shown in red on the snow emergency route map. They're given first priority because they provide a network connection of high traffic volume streets and business districts. The next priority is school emergency routes designed as glue-colored roadways on the snow emergency map. These routes provide safe passageways for students, parents, teachers, and school bus operators. The third priority is residential routes colored black on the snow emergency route map and provide a network connection for all residential areas. The fourth and final priority is residential alleys, which provide a final network connection to all residential areas and complete the street network and grid system. It's important to note that the street department spreads a sand-salt mixture comprised of 96% sand and 4% salt onto the roadways. If you're driving and you see a piece of equipment plowing snow or spreading this sand-salt mixture, stay 50 feet back. There are signs on each piece of equipment warning of this.
Probably the greatest concern we have with that is just citizens maintaining a safe distance from snow plows, giving the snow operators a break out there. You're trying to get the job done, and then you're constantly looking around. You know, you're trying to anticipate hazards, and you know, and cars just coming up too close to a guy because they don't know if we need to stop suddenly.
Another major hurdle for the street department is cars parked too far out from the curb. Please try to park all cars in driveways, and if you have to park on the street, pull as close to the curb as possible. Remember, according to City Ordinance 24-7-8, it's unlawful to park a vehicle in the same spot on the street for more than 48 hours. Finally, if you notice icy road conditions, you can call Public Works Street Department at 701-667-3240. To report snow or ice buildup on a sidewalk, call the City Engineering Department at 701-667-3225, or by using the Report a Concern form at www.cityofmandan.com. Stay up to date with local government activity by tuning into Dakota Media Access's government access channels 02 and 602 in HD. You can also view government meetings streaming live or via video on demand at freetv.org. Government meetings are also airing live on Dakota Media Access's new radio station, KDAC 102.5 FM. This has been another edition of City Current, a source for information regarding the services and procedures of city government. Thanks for watching.
City Current, hosted by Josh Meny, produced by Dakota Media Access. Find it on freetv.org or watch on Government Access Channel 2 or in high definition on 602. Always local, always current.